Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. What's up? It's your girl, Curie A. Cats, K-Style Collection. But today, we're just candid with Curie. We are just candid with Curie. But you know what? I know Super Bowl Sunday is on. I know we getting ready to prepare for, a match. But go Giants, hashtag go Giants, go Giants. But I just wanted to come on real quick and share with you the magnificent, wonderful time that I had at EMP, Empower Me Pink, through my wonderful company, Paparazzi Accessories. As most of you know, I am a Paparazzi Accessories independent business owner. The name of my business is K-Style Collection, and we really had this light is a little bit, there we go, a little bit stark. We had a wonderful time on Thursday, and just to sum it up in brief, it was a movement. It was a movie and it was a movement. Just being able to receive the pouring into from our founders, learning how to grow our business, as well as being empowered to share, and to really, something that I say, and I just recently shared with my team, is I want a lot. And because I want a lot, I do a lot, right? Because I want a lot, I do a lot. And that's something that one of our founders said, hey, if you want to shop without looking at price tags, then you got to put in the work without looking at the clock, right? And for me, it just resonated. It hit home for me in so many ways. And then also being able to fellowship with my peers, as well as my uplines, and having them see me, recognize me, and impart another word, and encourage me and empower me. It was quite an experience. You couldn't capture that. You couldn't bottle that up, and sell it. Like, that's something that you just have to be there for. And EMP was actually open for the public too. So I had been promoting it, and hopefully next year you guys can come along with me, as business partners, right? So that's what I want to share with you a little bit about tonight. Candid with Curie, EMP 2023, and the best of me, giving 2023 the best of you. And really, it's all about adding value to other people's lives, It's not about what I do. It's not about what I sell. It's not about what I say, but I want to leave you better off than how you found I found you, right? I want to add value to your life somehow. It may not be through a piece of jewelry. It may very well be through this live and encouraging you. It may very well be a hug. It may very well be some type of something I share, or a word or a quote that adds value to your life. And for me, that's what this business is all about. It's how am I able to bless others? When I share the opportunity with those, they're like, I'm not a salesperson, or I don't have a following, or I'm not this and I'm not that. Guess what? Neither am I. I'm not a salesperson. I'm a blessing builder. I help build blessings for others. You may not know how to do graphics, then guess what? I'm going to help you learn how to do graphics. You may not know how to communicate. Guess what? I'm going to help you learn how to communicate. You don't know how to talk to people, or, you're very introverted. I'm going to help you be the best version of yourself. I'm going to help you tap into that greatness, because greatness lives within us. Greatness resides in us, and it resides in all of us, but we have to learn how to tap into that greatness, pick up the tools and use them, right? So Empower Me Pink, I got my pink flowers. I was like, listen, I'm coming home. I'm going to buy myself some flowers. And I told you guys that weekly, I'm going to buy myself some flowers because I deserve it, right? I deserve it. You deserve it too. What is one thing that you're going to do intentionally because you know you deserve it and you earn it, right? You earn it. You earn your leisure. So 2023 and the best of me is going to look a lot differently. It's going to look like sacrificing. It's going to look like saying no. It's going to look like saying yes more. It's going to look like pouring in more. It's going to look like some sleepless nights. It's going to look like, maybe going longer with my nails not done. It's going to look like a lot of different things. Investing sacrificing, commitment. It's going to look like a lot of different things. And it's okay if yours doesn't look like mine, but giving it the best. And you guys know, right? We know when we're giving something our all, if we're just doing it just to get by, right? Something that my son does is when I tell him to, make up his bed, so to speak, he'll just throw the pillows up and then flip the covers up. But he's not really trying to do it. He's trying to do it just so that he could say it got done, but it's not done. It's not the best. It's not a tucked corner. It's not, the sheets lining up and the lines lining up, right? We know when we're giving it our best, and that's the thing. I know when I'm giving something my best and when I'm just doing something just to skate by, but that's not how the best version of me is going to manifest. That's just going to be an okay me, right? That's just going to be a mediocre me, right? That's just going to be enough to get by. But if, like I said, if I want more, if I want to become more, if I need to see myself as that greatest version of myself, then it's going to require me to do extraordinary things, right? We can have an ordinary life, and that's okay for some. I don't want an ordinary life. I want an extraordinary life, right? Because I deserve it. I deserve the vacation and have the company pay for it, right? I deserve to wake up and my home office be a white sandy beach. I deserve to come home and a 10,000 square foot house and have to use walkie-talkies or something and play hide and seek with my son, right? I deserve to have the nice vehicles that I desire. I deserve, and it doesn't have to be all, materialistic things, tangible things. I deserve the peace, right? I deserve the peace. I deserve love. Right? I deserve self-care day. I deserve these things, but it's not going to come just because I want it. It's going to come because I deserve it. And it's going to be that much sweeter because I know that I earned that. I worked my way towards that. And that's the thing where sometimes we may be getting sidetracked is we're so focused on that goal of this is who I want. This is what I want. This is the timeline I want it in. But we forget about the process. We forget about the journey that's going to take for us to get there, to get that thing, right? And that's where the receipt is. The receipt is in the process. The money is in the process. The money is in the journey. God didn't give us the vision for the journey. He gave us the vision for the dream. It's up to us to obtain that and not focus so much on the end goal. One of the books that I'm reading right now, Atomic Habits by, I believe, James Clear, is that we're so focused and hung up on the output. Hi, Regina. Hi, Natia. That's my accountability partner, y'all. Shout out to Natia. Love, Sparkle, Glow. Yes. Bare minimal effort will give bare minimal results. My sis, Regina. Right, so I'm reading this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, I believe, and he talks about that output. We're so focused on, that the final result. And if you think about the production line, let's say the production line is a vehicle, right? You have these various different departments putting together the vehicle. Those persons that are in those separate functions, of course, the CEO is worried about that final output, right? That brand new Mustang. Those Mustang Jeeps are cute, by the way. I just have to throw that out there. Those Mustang SUVs, those are fire. I may have to switch, but never mind. But we're focused on that final vehicle, that final product, right? But we forget about the process it took for it to become that thing. And that's where you receive your greatest breakthrough, your greatest reward. Your greatest is because you are becoming, and it's the process of becoming that you become. I don't know how else to say this thing. One of the things that our our founder shared with us is if you want to shop without looking at the price tags, then we got to put in the work without checking the clock, right? And I started this off by saying, I want a lot. I like a lot. I buy my own designer, and I have designers before I started paparazzi. I love my designer, and I love thrifting now, and I love thrifting for designer. And I like things. I like having my hair done. I like having my nails done. I like looking good. I like smelling good. I love purses and shoes. I love all these things. And because I like all these things and I like to treat myself, I have to work to earn that, right? I just can't spend $250 on some shoes knowing that I only put in $25 worth of work, right? We can't have extraordinary if we're doing ordinary. It will never add up. It will never add up. So I want to encourage you. Give it the best you have at all times, and not just in your business or not just in your personal lives. And this is something that I share with my son, and even speaking with some of the people at his school on staff. I said, we can't be operating at a 10 in our education or our academics and then be operating at an 8 or a 5 in our personal life. It has to be across the board. We can't be operating at a 10 at our 9 to 5s and then come home and give our businesses a 5 or 4 or maybe even a 1 effort, right? You can't be operating at a 10 and at your employer and then want and expect a 10 lifestyle. It's not going to add up. It's not going to add up. It's only going to add up when you are consistent across the board. Being an entrepreneur does that. Being an entrepreneur does that because I'm able to work my schedule and still be able to earn and still be able to add value and still be able to have quality time with my family. Right? Groceries are expensive. They just raised the price on my liquid egg whites. I was paying like probably like $2.50 or $3. And now they're twice as much. Hey, Key-Boo! Thank you for tuning in, right? So guess what? That means I got to sell some more jewelry to pay for these liquid egg whites. And y'all stop buying my liquid egg whites. Nobody was on the liquid egg whites. That would be the only thing in the dairy section that will always be in stock is the liquid egg whites. And now it's totally gone and all the eggs are there. I'm not buying regular eggs. I don't eat egg yolk. I'm just playing with y'all. I love to make people laugh. This is part of me and my personality, right? So again, because I want a lot, because I want to become a lot, I have to go above and beyond. It's going to take some sacrifice. It's going to take some commitment. It's going to take some saying a lot more no's. It's actually probably might take saying a lot more yeses. Yes, I will spearhead this project. Yes, I will take up this training. Yes, I will enhance my skills. Yes, I will pour into my team leader. And that's another thing too, pouring back into the area that's pouring into you is you'll receive your greatest blessing, right? Because God blesses those who blesses others, right? So I'm not just going to take, from my mentor, from my elite leaders. I'm going to give back too in the ways that I can give back through graphic design, through sharing a quote, through sharing a quick tutorial, how to do this, how to do that, through connecting other brothers and sisters who are amazing in their gifts that are just not about, showing a piece of jewelry, right? This is what I'm talking about. Being the best of you. That's where God is going to bless you the most. Being the best, not being the best, but becoming the greatest version of yourself. It's the process and the becoming. That's what's got me here. And I'm truly, truly grateful. And I know that, sometimes we're like, well, Kiri, we don't have your circumstance. Or Kiri, yeah, everybody's different, right? Everybody's different. How I got here was through breast cancer. Yes, there was a mountain. Yes, there were some challenges. Yes, there were some obstacles. But you know what? I made a decision. And in that decision, I made a commitment. I said, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm going to beat it. I had to see my way out of it. I had to have the vision of myself being healthy. I prayed. And then I started to do the things to become healthy. Right? And I'm not talking about the physical things, but it was a lot of spiritual work, a lot of spiritual warfare, because that's what it was. That's what it is. Any type of disease in your body is an imbalance of something. It's an imbalance. So I had to balance myself out. I had to not balance myself out. I had to get right with the Lord. I had to get right, and I had to come to terms with, you know what? I'm not going to accept that diagnosis, but instead I'm going to show the doctors the type of God I serve. I'm going to show the doctors that he's a miracle worker. I'm going to show the doctors, and I'm going to show myself that I can come out of this stronger, right? And you may not have the same testimony, and that's quite all right. But you know what? The obstacles, the mountains, the challenges, they're not there to defeat you. They're there to make you stronger. And how would you ever know how strong you are, how resilient you are, if it wasn't for those things? It's a clear saying that says pressure creates diamonds. If it wasn't for the pressure and the crushing and the mending and the heat and the high temperature, we wouldn't have diamonds, right? You are that diamond. You are that diamond. And because you are that diamond, the enemy is going to try and crush you and try to break you and have you defeated and have you thinking that you're worthless and have you thinking that what you're doing is not enough and have you thinking that you might as well give up now. But the enemy is a liar and he's a defeated foe, because the God that I serve says, I am the head and not the tail. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am healed. The Lord says that I have the power. He charged me with the power, and I have the power to call things that are not as though they are, right? You got that power. Tap into that power. Become that. See yourself as the greatest version of yourself. Embody that. Hold the vision. Embody that, and then show up as your successful self. Show up as your successful self. Something I share with my team today. I'm going to pan the camera. Y'all forgive me, a little mess. These are my awards. Life of the Party. This is where I hit rank, director. And then this is Crown Club. And before I hit any of those, or I should say, before I received these materials, I was already doing the work. I was doing the work. I started my team page in July of 2019. July of 2020. July 2020, I had 0 business partners. Today, we have almost 40 people in my downline, and I have 17 or 18 business partners. About half the team is my business partners, and the other half, ironically, is my mom's. But you got to see that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to see it. I started my team page July 2020. My first business partner, God bless her, Ariel, who's still in business. She joined in August. And here we are, almost 38, 39 individuals later, under Illustrious New Life Circle. You got to see it. You got to become it. And then you got to do the work, because faith without works is dead. And I know a lot of us, we're just sitting and waiting, and we misinterpret the word as wait on the Lord. But waiting is not sitting and doing nothing. Waiting is waiting with expectation and then activating that faith and doing the work. This was supposed to appeal to potential business partners, but whoever this is going to reach right now is meant to reach. Okay, so I'm just freestyling. There is no script. There is, I did have where I wanted to go, but I'm just letting the Lord use me right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, Andries, thank you guys for sharing. If you think that somebody needs to hear this, and listen, tag them, share this live, tag them, and let them be blessed, right? Because I am a blessing builder. I'm not a jewelry salesperson. I'm not a jewelry pitcher. I'm not a, buy here. I'm not any of those. I'm a blessing builder. And I help others build blessings for themselves. If you have difficulty or challenges building a blessing, then guess what? Paparazzi Accessories is going to be that vehicle to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. It's blessed me. It's blessed my life. And then there's countless other individuals. Some individuals who are on this live right now who have been blessed by me sharing, by me mentoring, by me pouring into, by me showing up and becoming the best version of myself. Because if I wasn't, and I still have room to grow. I'm not even where I want to be yet. After EMP and see all of my elite leaders know me, call me out, and want to take a picture with me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, girl, I wish I could, I don't wish I had any of what physical objects, but I wish I could have that right now. But you know what? It's not for, nope. You see that? I'm not claiming that. It is for me right now. It is for me right now. And I'm reaching out and I'm grabbing that. I'm reaching out and I'm taking that by the horns, because what God has for me is for me. And you see how quickly the enemy tries to plant something different in your mind? You see how quickly he tries to tongue tie, twist you up and have you say something, speak something else into existence? No, cancel that. And I'll replace that with what God has for me is for me. And I believe what God has for you is for you as well. And I pray that each and every one of you are really going to make some intentional efforts on becoming more, becoming greater, becoming who you were supposed to be, who God calls you to be, right? Because long gone are the days are we slaving for employers. Long gone are the days are we living, and I don't mean this in any kind of way, shallow lives, shallow lifestyles, surface level lifestyles. I'm here for a purpose. God allowed breast cancer diagnosis to catapult me into greatness. So now I have to be great in all that I do. I have to show up as great in all the areas that I'm in. And it's okay if I may not have some great days. It's going to be okay, but I'm 100 for 100 because I've survived everything that has been put in my path. You too. You are 100 for 100. You have overcome every single thing, every obstacle, every mountain, and every challenge that has faced you. Why? Because you're still here, right? You're still here, right? You're still here. I'm still here. So our track record of being resilient, 100 for 100. And it's the power of God that works in me so that I can carry out and do the greater works that he set out for me to do. So I just want to take a moment right now. If you guys are interested, I am pumped. I am pumped. You hear? I'm pumped. I want to help you become the greatest version of yourself. And I want to see you win. I want us to win together. I want us to win together. So if you're interested, if this sounds like you, listen, we can figure out the how, okay? The how's not important. We can figure it out. But I want you to see yourself. I want you to dream big, and I want you to partner with me so we together can win. Be legacy leavers, legacy builders, empire builders. Even if you just need grocery money, okay? That's a win. That's a win. Having extra money for groceries, that's a win. Having extra money to travel, that's a win. Having extra money to get your hair and your nails done, okay? When you see this, just know it's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. Are you living a tax write-off lifestyle? Right? Difference between me and the person next to me getting our hair and nails done is that I'm going to get this back in my taxes. This is part of my branding. This is part of my marketing, right? You don't have to be like me. I want you to be you, and I want you to be the best of you. So let's have that conversation today, and let's see how paparazzi can be the vehicle in which gets you from point A, from where you are, to where you want to be. And that's the best of me in 2023. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hi, Valencia. Thank you so much for tuning in, dear. It's such a pleasure to see your face. Thank you. Hi, Raymond. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not going to keep you long because, again, I know the game is on, but thank you guys so much. And if you're just now tuning in, definitely I'm going to wrap this up, and then you can watch the replay because somebody needs to hear this and hear it from the beginning. I love each and every one of you. And again, contact me if you're interested and becoming the best of you in 2023. Contact me. If you see this, you're able to message me, DM me, or you can reach out to me on my business line, 347-671-7223, 347-671-7223. It's a business line. We're going to keep it business, okay? That's it. All right, you guys have a phenomenal day, and go Giants! Later.